Students, welcome back. This is the last topic on coordinate geometry. We have done points and the coordinates followed by straight lines, and this follows circles. Now, before we proceed, you need to understand what is the definition of a circle. A circle is a locus. So, what is a circle? Definition I am talking about. It is a locus. It is a locus of all points from a fixed point. Now this is my definition. I will just mention to you what is exactly meant by circle by using the definition. Locus itself means a figure obtained. What is a locus? Locus means what? A figure obtained by all the points, joining all the points from the fixed point. Now suppose I hold up a particular point, fixed point. From a fixed point at a fixed distance. We can add up this also, to be more specific, at a fixed distance. So suppose this is nothing but the point which I am talking about, the fixed point, and you denote it as C, right? And there are different points. Suppose if I ask n number of students to plot a point which is a distance of 2 units from C. So there might be a possibility that first student can come here, this distance is 2 units. Similarly, other child may ask where we disagree, he will say here it is 2 units. Third child will disagree, it will say here it is 2 units. Fourth child say the point is existing here also, P4 it is 2 units and P5 and 2 units. So like this, n number of students I ask, I get n number of the moving points P1, P2, P3, P4, P5 up to Pn. Now what is the circle? Circle is nothing but a locus. Locus means a figure obtained by joining these points from a fixed distance, satisfying a specific condition. So the figure obtained based on this condition, that is from a fixed point at a fixed distance, is nothing but a circle. So, having said that definition, what constitutes a circle? Everybody is aware, but still I will take it. This is the center of the circle, and that P be a moving point, and this distance, the center to the point, moving point on the circle, or a center to a point on the circle, is the radius of the circle. That everybody is aware of. Okay? Now, if suppose I take the center coordinate as h comma k, any coordinate, but this is a standard notation which I am talking about, h comma k, and I take a moving point P, it can be anywhere, right? It can be moving point x comma y. Then you know Cp is, the distance Cp is nothing but square root of y minus k whole square plus x minus h whole square is equal to, this distance Cp is nothing but the radius of the circle. This distance Cp is nothing but radius of the circle. So this generates the equation of the circle by simplifying further. X minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. I squared both the sides. So this is the standard equation of the circle, standard equation of circle of radius r. Standard equation of circle of radius r. You are going to use this very extensively in this topic. So remember, what is a circle? Circle is nothing but the locus of the point satisfying a specific condition. What is the specific condition? The distance of a fixed point to a moving point remains same. That's what it is given to you. Okay? So, center, if I denote as h comma k, standard denotation I am taking, and the point P x y is there, then the equation of circle is x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. Now, I just want to do some modification on this. Okay? Modification on this. Now, what is that modification? I would say some special cases. Not all, what is required we will do it. Special cases. Suppose this center is on the origin. Now for example, if I want to draw the figure here, the center is at origin. Center is 0, 0. And definitely this is x comma y, correct? The moving forward. Now if this is, you can say this part, okay, this is the x comma y. Now you know this is the radius of the circle r, which you denote it as. Now center is 0, 0. So if the center is 0, 0, h comma k is 0, 0, if h comma k is 0, 0, put in this, you will get x minus 0 whole square, you can put here, x minus 0 whole square plus y minus 0 whole square is equal to r square. This eventually will change to x square plus y square is equal to r square. Okay? X square plus y square. Now you might ask me, what did I show you? Remember this thing. We have any curve, you can represent it with an equation. Like straight line, you represent it with a linear equation. Right? Circle, you represent with this equation. With center h comma k and xy point being on the circle, the equation of the circle is given by x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square, where h and k are the centers of the circle. Now if the circle has the center at its origin, then what will happen? This hk will turn out to be 0, 0. So if hk turns out to be 0, 0, this equation will reduce to what? X square plus y square is equal to r square. So a special case. Here you have a specific center, but here the specific center is 0, 0. Okay children, let us take an example based on this particular thing. Find the equation, I'll take the second question for becoming more standardized. Find the equation of circle with center 2, 3 and radius 5 units. Best will be always draw the diagram if possible. Center is given 2, 3 and radius is given 5 units. My job is over. When the center is h comma k and radius is 5 units, what is the formula? The equation of the circle is given as x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. So in this, what is my hk? So h comma k implies what? 2 comma 3 and radius is 5 units. Just place your values here. So this will become x minus h whole square plus y minus 3 whole square is equal to 25. Now, if you want, you can open up and simplify the thing. So what is the equation of the circle now? This will become x square minus 4x plus 4 plus y square minus 6y plus 9 equal to 25. Now what I understand from here, if I take it further from here, this first you write x square term, then you write y square term, then you write the x term, then you write the y term, and 9 plus 4, 13, so minus 12 is equal to 3. This is the equation of the circle with center 2, 3 and radius 5 units. Just I applied the standard formula of equation of circle where h and k are the center and radius is given. Now in this case what happens? Let us see this case. Find the equation of the circle with center. See, whenever center is hk, don't think anything else. The equation of the circle has to be x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to 0, which center is h comma k. Center is h comma k. Okay. Now, center is already given to you, right? So x minus 1 whole square plus y minus k whole square, not 0, I'm sorry. It is r square. Something is missing. I have the center h1, I have the center k coordinate 0, but I don't have r. So best would be draw the diagram here, and the center is given 1 comma 0 and any point on which passes through, the circle passes through this point. So this point is 3 comma 3 by 2, right? So can I find the radius by distance formula? Can I find the radius by distance formula? Yes, I can do that. So let us put across these values now. So this is x minus 1 whole square plus y minus 0 whole square is equal to r square. Now r is nothing but distance. So what is the distance here? Square root of. Right? If I talk about square root of distance formula, 3 by 2 minus 0, y2 minus y1 whole square. So 3 by 2 minus 0 whole square plus 3 minus 1 whole square, x2 minus x. So this is the radius of this particular. So what will happen now? This will become x square minus 2x plus 1 plus y square equal to. Just pay attention here, this will become 9 by 4 plus 4. Understand what is happening? This will become 9 by 4 square root of 9 upon 4 plus 4. So what is this? 4 plus 16 plus 9 is 25, so 5 upon 2. My job is over, so 5 upon 2. So I believe this is x square plus y square minus 2x. Don't take this 2 here, there is no need. So minus 2x plus 1 and take this minus 5 by 2 is equal to 0. Now this is a constant there, you can simplify this out. So this will become x square plus y square minus 2x. 2 minus 3 upon 2 is equal to 0. So this is what exactly the point is. Okay, I hope you got this point clear. So this is the way you deal with the sum. If you want, you can find the LCM here, 2x square, 2y square minus 4x minus 3 equal to 0. That also you can write it. But it's better you can write that way instead of this process. So what is the point which I want to tell you is, they are asking equation of circle. If the center is h comma k, you need to keep in mind that if center is h comma k, the equation has to be this. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay, and this is a special case where it is origin. Then second thing is, there is two more special cases here which I want to share with you as we go on. Okay, now what is that? I will tell you. That is called as, this is called as center radius form. This is center radius form of equation of length. Center radius form. Okay, the next is, you can also say diameter form. Now what is this diameter form of equation of a circle? Endpoints of the diameter is given to you. So endpoint is given to you. Instead of center, they will give you the endpoint. Suppose here is there some endpoint is there, say x1 y1 and x2 y2 minus x1 into x minus x2 plus y minus y1 into y minus y2 0. So this is called as diameter form of equation of that. You see an example of this. So understand the first case, whenever the center is given hk, this is the center radius form of equation of circle, that is x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. Okay, center is hk is origin, that is 0 0. So hk is origin, to substitute this, this will become x square plus y square is equal to r square. So there is one more pattern. Instead of giving center, they give you the endpoints of the diameter. So very simple to understand, x minus x1 into x minus x2 plus y minus y1, y minus y2. This is a standard format. In fact, you can do logically also. How? Very simple. You are given these 2 points, the center is here, right? So I think you can get the center by using the midpoint formula. So once you get h comma k, you can find the radius and then do it. But instead of doing that, you can definitely use this formula right away and push yourself into action mode. I hope you got this point. You'll see some examples based on this. So pause and note it down. We'll go further after this base to take an example on diameter format of equation of a circle. Okay? Take care. Okay, let us see this example now. Find the equation circle whose endpoints of diameters are given A13 and B45. Now what you see in this, I should draw the figure here. A13, this is the center of the circle. That is the endpoint of the diameter. Okay, so B is 4, 5. So endpoint of diameter, that means center is not given to you. Else use the midpoint formula, find the center, find the radius, you can use that formula. Else diameter endpoints are given to you, you straight away use this formula and find the equivalent circle. So what you see here, so you can take this as x1, this is 3, x1, y1, and this you can take as x2, y2. So what is the formula now? Equation is x minus x1 into x minus x2 plus y minus y1 into y minus y2 equal to 0. So place it up. So x minus x1, what is my x1? 1. Then x minus 4 x2 plus y minus 3 into y minus 5 equal to 0. You need to simplify this out as quickly as possible so that you understand what we are doing. So this is x square minus 4x minus x plus 4 plus y square minus 5y minus 3y plus 15 equal to 0. So as I said, any equivalent circle you write the x square coefficient first, then y square coefficient first, then x term first. So minus 5x, then what will happen here? 5y minus 3y, that is minus 8y. I hope I got this clear. Minus 3y minus 5y. Then x square is over, y square is over, x coefficient is over, y is over, 4 plus 15, that is 19 is equal to 0. Now I want you to pay attention now. Whether you are doing the equation of circle in this format, using the diameter form or in this format, if you go through all the previous examples, first observation for an equation of a circle, you have to make one thing. First observation is the x square and y square coefficient will be same. It can be 1, 1, it can be 2, 2, it can be 3 by 2, 3 by 2, it can be 4, 4, it can be 5, 5. But it can never be 5 and 1. It can never be 6 and 2. Different numbers is not possible. The first observation. Second observation, you see, in this there is no xy term. So for an equation of a circle, the x square and y square coefficient has to be same, number one. Second is, xy term will not be there in any equation of circle. You can take all the equation of circle from which you did, you will find this format only. I hope you got this point clear. Okay, children, pause and note it down. This is just a small example of how to use the diameter form of equation of a circle and find the equation when endpoints of the diameters are given to you. Okay. Hi children, I hope you understood what we did with the center radius form of the circle, then a special form, the diameter form, and of course center is HK and 0, 0, 0. That is the center of the circle is at origin. Then the equation of the circle is given by x square plus y square root r square. So basically, whatever definition of circle we had learned, it is basically what we are talking is about equation of circle, nothing more than that, nothing less than that. Keep that in mind. So these are the different forms of circles. In fact, beside this, there are some small parts. So when the sum comes up, I will just take up with you all on that particular issue. But what is important today, which I want to take with you all, is the center radius form. Now I want to make you understand what is the general equation of the circle. This is a very, very important aspect. Like we saw general equation of straight line, so similarly general equation of circle also can be brought up. Now what is it exactly? Let me take this example, like for example, center radius form. So x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. The center is h comma k and the moving point xy is on the y-axis, on the circle. Now, if I open this up, what happened? Let's see. So this will become x square minus 2hx, pay attention now, plus h square plus y square minus 2ky plus k square is equal to r square. Now what you understand here, h and k are constants. So remember one thing. So first x square, I'll just write it, then I'll write y square, then x term minus r square is a constant. So what I see in the general form of an equation of a circle is x square coefficient, y square coefficient remains same. Second, x and y, there will be no xy in the equation of a circle and followed by the constant. Now let us see by just doing some example with this. Now what I want to share with you is, before going into further part, I just want you to understand now the notation, now center. Now suppose if I want to find the center, okay, now if I compare, now hold on, sorry, if I want to compare this with the standard form of the circle, x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. This is the standard equation of a circle where x square, y square, x is g 2g and f is 2y. Now what happens now? Pay attention now. 2g, now understand the x coefficient, okay, x coefficient. So 2g is equal to minus 2h, so g is nothing but minus h. Similarly 2f, this is a convention which we normally follow that I am putting across. 2f is minus 2k, 2f is minus 2k, so f is nothing but 2f is minus 2k, so f is nothing but minus k. Now this is very, very important. Pay attention now. Okay, now what I told you, so you can say h is minus f, right? H is minus g from here. Now in this equation, what we took the center as? We took the center as h comma k. So tell me, if h is minus g and k is minus r, the center eventually will be minus g comma minus f. Keep that in mind. And what is the radius? The radius is nothing but square root of g square plus f square minus c. Now this is the two important things which you have to keep in mind. So there are operations here. This is the center radius form of the circle. I opened up. What I understood is I just converted, I opened up, I got x coefficient, y coefficient, h and k are any number, so don't come mix it up with variables. Then I compare with the standard form of a presentation of circle equation. So 2g is equal to minus 2h. This is not required at all, just for your understanding I am doing. So h is minus g. So normally in all the circle sums we read the convention of the center and radius in terms of g and f. That's why I just got the definition of g and f from here. So center is minus g comma minus f for this circle I am talking about, and radius is square root of g square plus f square minus c. Now you might say, what are the things available in this? This is two important, very, very important things you have to keep in mind. Now what is it? Sometimes they will give you a circle. Now using that circle you have to find the center and the radius. Keep that in mind. That is one point which you have to remember. Now how to do that, everything we will see. So right now what you are supposed to do is just write this portion and imply this, and then find the g value and h value. Okay, or h value 2hx, 2 minus 2h is equal to 2g, so h is equal to minus g and f is equal to minus k, or k is equal to minus f. Okay, so I think it's very simple. So hk is center, so hk center is equivalent to center of minus g comma minus f. Now what are the types of sums? We will see quickly after you pause and note it down. So please take it down. Okay, students, let us see what is in store with us now. I want to remind you, in the initial sums what we did, couple of examples we did, they gave us the center and radius and they asked to find the equation. Now it is reverse. They gave us a general equation of a circle and they are asking us to find the center and radius of the circle. Right? Now first thing, you all know the center is minus g comma minus f and the radius is square root of g square plus f square minus c. Now what you are supposed to do is, you have to find this term g and f from here and then just find out. Now for example, now the equation of the circle is given to you. What is the standard form of a circle? It is just, if I compare x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. So once you compare, remember 2g is coefficient of x, 2gx, so 2g is equal to minus 8. This you can by heart it out, okay? Then 2f is equal, don't ignore the sign, minus 10 because the coefficient of y. Right? And what is c for me? C is nothing but 7. Now once this is done, your job is over. G is equal to -4, F is equal to -5 and C is equal to 7. So center I can get now. Center is nothing but minus G minus F. So minus G minus F, that is 5. Right? And radius is nothing but square root of G square 16 plus Y square, sorry, F square, that is 25 minus C. So 16 plus 25, so 25, 16 minus 9 plus 5, 34. Okay, I think let us see this part clearly. What happens? 6 plus 5, 11. Yes, it is 34. So square root of 34 units is the radius. So this is the way you got the center, you got the radius. What we do is whenever any equation is given to you, you compare with the standard form of the circle. So I just made it because initially you had h and k denotation as the center and k, but now it has become minus g comma minus f. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. I just use the separate notation because all the equations have to be written in this format only. That is x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c0. This is a convention which you are following, so just keep that in mind. So this is the way you find the center and radius of the circle. So I hope you got this point clear, students. Another point, suppose there is a equation here 2x square 2y square. You can't use this formula if it has besides one any coefficient. So if any coefficient happens, remember in circle the coefficient of x square y square has to be same. So if this happens to be some other coefficient, divide the complete equation by that particular coefficient so that this becomes 1 1 and then you can apply. So we will see one example right away after this. So pause and note it down. Okay, let's take the next point, intercept of a circle. What is the intercept? I'll tell you. Suppose this is intercept means on the x axis and y axis. Remember in straight line we had studied what is intercept. A straight line, this is called as x-intercept and this is called as y-intercept, correct or not? This is called y. Now here there is slightly different here. Suppose the center is over here. Now I just draw the circle here. This is just a rough circle which I am trying to draw. Okay, now this is the circle here which I am trying to draw here. Pay attention. I'm sorry, this is not to the scale, but just give me one. Now, what is x-intercept? Now, please understand, there is one point over here and there is another point over here. Right? Okay, so this is this point over here. Now, if this is B and this is A, then the x-intercept, this is on the x-axis, matlab the circle cuts up with the chord, that is x-intercept is the geometric difference between or magnitude difference between B and A. So from 0 to B, subtract this much, you get this distance. Right? Similarly, here also, this is called as y-intercept. This is called as x-intercept. Keep that in mind. So how I get actually the length of the x-intercept is 0 to B minus 0 to A. So if you have the two values where it cuts the x-axis, just subtract the geometrical difference. The subtraction of this values of x will give you the value of x. How? Because value of the x-intercept. How? Because if this is x1 and this is x2, then the x-intercept given is x1 minus x2. Okay? So this is nothing but x-intercept, y-intercept. Then how I get it? Now please remember, when this cuts the x-axis, the coordinate definitely it is x comma 0. Here also the coordinate is x comma 0, x1 comma 0 because the value is different here. But the y coordinate in this case will be 0 because it cut this point I am talking about. So what you do whenever you want to find the intercept made by the circle without drawing, what you have to do is put x as 0, you will get the y-intercept. Put y as 0, you get the x-intercept. I don't say x-intercept. You get, when you put y as 0, you get the values of x. So the difference of those intercepts from A to B, from 0 to A and 0 to A, 0 to B. So the difference of 0 to B, that is OB minus OA, will give you the x-intercept. The difference of that particular values of x will give you the x-intercept. The difference of the values of y, that is for example, suppose 0, here is B, here is A. So 0 to B minus 0 to A will give you the y-intercept. Keep that in mind. I hope you got this point. So let us just do one example. They are telling us find the length of the intercepts. find the length of the intercept. Now, what is the working rule? First of all, let them give the equation to us. It is x square plus y square minus 5x, x square plus y square minus 5x, x square plus y square minus 5x minus 13y minus 14 is equal to 0. Okay. Now, let me talk about x-intercept. For x-intercept, matlab what? It is cutting the x-axis. So, what will be the coordinate x comma 0 and x1 comma 0 over here? So, what I do? For x, finding the x-intercept, you put y is equal to 0. So that you get the value of x. So, what will happen now here? So, what is the value of x now? So, this will become x square minus 5x minus 14 is equal to 0. X minus 7, x plus 2 is equal to 0. X equals to 7, x equals to minus 2. Right? So, that means, this circle is somewhat like this. So, here it is minus 2, here it is 7. The circle cuts. So, tell me what is the length? 0 to this is 2, 0 to 7. So, that is 7 plus 2, that is 9. So, instead of understanding where the circle is hanging around, so what I will do is, the difference of these two values will give you. So, the x minus of minus 2 is nothing but 7 plus 2, 9. So I hope you got this point, because what is this x equal to 7, x equals to minus 2? This is the point where the circle cuts the x axis. So once again I will explain to you properly. Suppose this is minus 2 and this is 7. So the circle is cutting at this point. So the circle is like this. So what is the x-intercept? This is the x-intercept, correct or not? So x-axis, so this much distance is 2. Negative only tells you the direction. This is 2 and this is 7. So 7 plus 2 will become 9. Right? From 0 to this is 7 and 0 to this is 2. Right? So 7 plus 2, 9. And so instead of drawing all this stuff, what we do is we find the geometrical difference, algebraic difference of this particular values of x, you get the x-intercept. Similarly, for y-intercept, what happens? What you will put y-intercept means what? The circle cuts the y-axis. So here and here, correct? So that means what I want to share with you is whatever the values are there, the geometrical difference, the algebraic difference of it. So now, if this point and this point, what happens? It will be 0 in x and y value will be something. Correct? No? Because they are lying on the y-axis. So what I will do for finding the y-intercept, you put x equals to 0. And don't learn this. Y-intercept is what? Cutting the y. So at point y, what is the coordinate? It is 0 comma y. So that's why I put x equals to 0. So now if I put x equals 0 in this equation, this will be y square minus 13y minus 14 equal to 0. So this is x minus 14 and x plus 1 equal to 0. So x equals to 14, x equals to minus, y is equal to y minus 14, this is y plus 1. So y is equal to 14 and y is equal to minus 1. And what is the difference now? That means this is minus 1 and this is 14. 0 comma 14 and this 0 comma minus 1. This point. So what is the intercept? This length is the. So here it is 1, here it is 14. So 14 plus 1, 15. So instead of understanding the diagram and then doing it, just the difference of it. So 14 minus of minus 1 is 15. That is nothing but what I say, y-intercept. Matlab, the circle covers up that particular point. Keep that. This is x-intercept, this is y-intercept. So I hope you got the small message to sharing with you how to find the x-intercept. When you want to find x-intercept, put y is equal to 0. When you want to find y-intercept, put x equals to 0 in the equation and find the value of x. And then the difference of those x values or difference of those y values will give you the x-intercept or y-intercept respectively. So I hope you got this point clear. Right? So pause. Okay. I think let us see at this question now. Again we are coming back to equation of circle. Right? But now, whatever stuff it is, there is no center as center. Basically, what the question says, there is a circle. Okay, ask me find the equation which passes through 1, 1. That means all these points are lying on the circle. Okay, now remember in straight line, when you said something lying, it satisfies that equation of a straight line. So similarly, these points are lying on the circle means it is satisfying. Anyway, so right now let me focus on the question. Find the equation of the circle. So I really don't know the center, I don't know the radius, so I will not go with that, I will just go with general equation of a circle. it is x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. That means as soon as you get this g and f and c, put in this, you get the equation of the circle. So let the equation of the circle be this. Let equation of circle be this. Now, these points lie on the circle, one by one. So this is xy, this is xy, this is xy. Put this value and find the equation in g, f and c. And then solve them. That's it. So let us take the first point. So at 1, 1. Not at 1, 1. Putting 1, 1. So 1, 1. So you can put at point A. So what happens now? This will become 1 plus 2g plus 2f plus c is equal to 0. So what is the equation now? 2g plus 2f plus c is equal to minus 2. First equation number 1. Let us put B point. I am taking this as A point, this as B point and C point. So B point, what is the B point? 0, comma minus 1. This lies on this circle, that will satisfy this circle. So 0, minus 1 square is 0, minus 1 square is my plus 1, right? Plus 0 then, right? Because x is 0, plus minus 2f plus c is equal to 0. So again one equation you got it now. Minus 2f plus c is equal to minus 1. The second equation you derive. Similarly at the third point C. At the third point C, it is minus 2 comma 0. So what happened? Minus 2 comma 0. So this will be 4 plus 0 minus 4, right? G, 4g, then 0 plus 0 plus c is equal to 0. So the other equation comes out to be minus 4g plus c is equal to minus 4. That's it. Now what I have to do is I have to solve these three equations and find the value of whatever stuff you want. Now what I can do is, see, always remember what I can try is you solve this out. Okay, if you solve this out, solve any two equations, find the third equation. Now find the equation after solving this. After eliminating one of the variable, you will get one equation and that equation match up with the third one. So let us see if I solve 1 and 2. So 1 is 2g plus 2f plus c is equal to minus 2 and it is become minus 2f plus c is equal to minus 1. Now if I solve this just by adding the equation, this will get cancelled. So what will happen now? This will become 2g plus 2c is equal to minus 3. Now look at the third equation. Third, right? Now this we can put as equation number 4. So what you do, any equation, any two equations you solve, eliminate one of the variable, you get a equation itself again. So now use this equation with the third one, remaining one. So what is this? Minus 4g plus c is equal to minus 4. So you can it is solving 4 and 3. Now what is solving 4 and 3? Many ways you can do. So if suppose you multiply this by 4 and this by 1, right? No, multiply this by 2 and this by 1. So 2 2s are 4g plus 4c is equal to minus 6 and here it is minus 4g plus c is equal to minus 4. So this will get cancelled. So 5c is equal to minus 10, c is equal to minus 2. Now once you get c value, then I can get f value easily. So let us see this now. So you have this minus 2f minus 2 is equal to minus 1. So what happened now? 2f is equal to 1. So minus 2f is equal to 1. So f is 1 upon 2. Now I got c, I got f, I have to get g. You can put in this now. So I am just writing it here itself. Okay, here I will do this. Okay, here I will finish it off here. So what happens now? See, minus 4g. 4g, g is not given. Okay, minus 4g plus c. What is the c value? Minus 2 is equal to minus 4. So if it goes here, so it will be minus 4g is equal to minus 2. So g is equal to 1 by 2. So I got g as 1 by 2. I got c as minus 2, and I got one more thing, f as 1 by 2. Now you have to find what? Find the equation of the circle. What the equation we presumed as this. So put it here. So x square. So equation is x square plus y square plus 2g. What is the g value? G is 1 by 2 plus 2 into 1 by 2 x plus 2f. F is what? 1 by 2 y plus c. What is c? Minus 2 equal to 0. Now if I simplify this, the equation is x square plus y square plus x plus y minus 2 equal to 0. So this is my equation. So it's not big sum, but it is a simple logical sum. The 3 points lie on the circle, that's why they satisfy the equation of the circle. Now this is the general equation of the circle, not in terms of h and k. Keep that in mind. That is just a center radius form that I opened up in the beginning. The general equation of the circle is x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c. Based on this, we consider center as minus g minus f. Based on this, the radius is square root of g square plus f square minus c. I hope you got this point clear. Okay, so this is the way you go ahead with this sum when passing through. It's a special type of sum. You can memorize this method and just work on that right away. How I solve the three, once I got the three equation, solve any two equation, you will get this equation. Once you get this equation, then use this equation with the third one which you had found already. And then you will find out all the G, F and C will come out of fragmentary spaces. So I hope you got this point clear. Children, so pause and note it down. Example which I want to share with you. First, let me see what I want to find. Find the length of the chord intercepted, is made by the circle on the line. So it's like this. Suppose this is the circle whose equation is given to you, and they are asking you AB, and this is the center of the circle. Okay? Now listen very carefully what I am showing you. They are asking you find the length of the chord. Now what I can do, the best way is, in class 10 they told the perpendicular drawn from the center of the chord to the chord bisects the chord. So if I am able to find AC, double it, because this is equal to this. Okay, how I get it AC? Let me see this. First thing is, if I want to find AC, first I have to find radius, and this I have to find. Okay, now listen. What I will do is, I will find the center. Okay, so saying O, I will put the center here. Center. I will find the center from the equation. So first thing, let me just see. X square plus y square minus 8x minus 6y equal to 0. So if I compare x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to general equation circle. Now understand, x is the coefficient of 2g. So 2g is equal to minus 8, 2f is equal to minus 6, and c, there is no constant in this sum, therefore it is 0. So let us first find the center. Center is what? Tell me. Okay, first of all, g is minus 4, f is minus 3, c is 0. So what is center? Center is minus g comma minus f. So when I say minus g comma minus f, मतलब क्या हो गया देखिए, minus of minus 4 is 4 and 3. Now what is the radius? Radius is square root of g square plus f square minus 3. So what is g square here? 16 plus 9 plus 0, which is nothing but 5. So I got the radius 5 and I got this as 4 comma 3. Now see, the point here is what, that we have to find the length of the chord intercepted by this circle. Right? But if you can find this distance, say A, this distance you find, then double it, you will get complete chord A. Right? Okay. How I do that? Can you find this distance? This line you already know. What is the line given to you? X minus 7y minus 8. Do you remember? X minus 7y minus 8 equal to 0. And this is the perpendicular line, and then this is given as 4 comma 3. Tell me, how will you find this distance? This is corresponding to this distance. How will you find the distance? By the distance formula. Not distance formula, perpendicular distance formula. Remember what is perpendicular distance formula? So it is C, it is nothing but CD. Okay, so I'll take this as C, this as D. So CD. CD is what? Modulus of what? AX1 plus AX1 plus BY1 plus C divided by square root of A square plus B square. Do you remember this? Right? So A and B are coefficient of X and Y. So what happens over here? A1 into X1. X1 is the center point here, 4, right? Plus minus 7 into 3. Then plus C. Now plus C in this, not don't confuse with this C. Yeah? This C is the straight of the line. So excuse me, minus C. So minus C upon. Tell me what is happening now. Square root of A square plus B square. A square plus B square, that is 50. So I think I am done. So 4, 7 is 21, 29 minus 4, it is 25 by 50. So 25 upon, I am just ignoring the minus sign, it is 5 root 2. So 5 ones are 5, 5 5 is 25. So 5 upon root 2 is the radius. Is this distance. 5 upon root of 2. So Pythagoras theorem से आप ये निकाल सकते हो नहीं निकाल सकते हो. So let us take the final shape now. The final shape is coming up. Let us see. So A square plus 25 upon 2 is equal to 25. So A square is nothing but 25 minus 25 upon 2. So 25 upon 2. 25 upon 2 only. So A is 5 upon root 2. Now 5 upon root 2. This is 5 upon root 2. So multiply by 2. So if you chord AB or intercept is nothing but 2 into 5 upon root 2. So this cancels. So it is 5 root 2. Continue. So check on with this now. This is a very clear sum. Very interesting sum. Remember they are asking us what? Once again let me just find the length of the chord. Length of the chord. A lot of process is there. Length of the chord intercepted by the circle. So from the circle I can get the center, number 1, number 2. Then once you write here, I got the center, I got the radius. I have to find this, but for this you will find the perpendicular distance. So this is number 3, the order of writing. Once you get this thing, then Pythagoras theorem number 4. And once you get it, multiplied by 2. Why 2? Because AD is half of AB. Because the perpendicular from the center always bisects the chord. So don't you think this is something interesting, children? Right? Got the point? Okay. Now we will be doing lots of questions on circle. These are just touching the examples, the concept of the example is going forward. So as we go on, we will open up more. In fact, this year they have reduced a lot in your circle. I think this is the last and final part of the circle, what you are supposed to know. So exercise A is there, B is there. C, I think first 1, 2, 3 sum. There no sum on tangency will be there on the circle. Keep that in mind. So that's all. So for today, we will take up a lot of examples, a mix of circle sums in the next session. So till then, pause and note it down, and bye bye.